Hey Virgo, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome to my space. This is Earth Child Tarot. For those of you who are returning, it's good to see you and feel your energy again. Let me fix the camera a little bit, sorry guys. This is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or wherever Virgo is in your chart. If you identify with that energy in your birth chart or your natal chart, then this message is for you guys. This is going to be your Mercury's retrograde reading. As you can see, I can barely use words or articulate properly because of Mercury's retrograde. So bear with me, you guys. So let's go ahead and jump right in, Virgo. Virgo, there are those of you who are pregnant, or you are thinking about becoming pregnant. Some of you all are showing symptoms of pregnancy, but some of you all may not necessarily know that you're pregnant. For others of you, there is something in regards to learning to balance the time that you spend with your children. There is definitely something new coming to you all during Mercury's retrograde. So if there are those of you who are wanting to have children, I feel that this is a good time to start. So we have the Four of Cups here. Okay. So I get that there's a sense of there's change. There is some huge change coming to you all. It's good change, okay? There are those of you all who are dealing with a fire sign or a Libra, a Sagittarius or a Libra, but it could be any sign. I'm just reading the signs that I see here. But there is a need for you all to rest when it comes to pregnancy or your children in general. For those of you who are not pregnant, you don't plan on being pregnant, there is some change that is connected either to your children or to your childhood. Some type of unrest. It doesn't have to be unrest in a bad way. It can just be maybe working more than you should, learning how to take advantage of me time, because we have the Four of Arrows here. So with the Four of Swords coming out here, it represents rest. Even though you guys definitely need some rest, but at the same time, there are those of you who are really looking for either something to nurture or nourish, or you're looking for something that is going to pull you out of a certain boredom. And there are those of you who are looking at having children. I see that you guys have what you need. Okay? You're not necessarily lacking in your life necessarily. I'm not saying that you guys are rich or anything. That's maybe for some of you, but I feel that you guys are at a place in your life where you're approaching a chapter in your life where you're not going to be lacking as much, but at the same time there's still something more that you desire. Okay, like I said, you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag, or you can be dealing with a Libra. Some of you all are thinking about, with the Two of Arrows, the Two of Swords, there are those of you who are really, there's change coming, but some of you all are weighing your options here. Some of you all are deciding, should I go and nurture and be the boss and be the leader and, help a cause, or, you know, help my family or whatever. Some of, and others of you are like, should I take a break? Should I be the boss and be the go-getter and fulfill these tasks or responsibilities and help others, or should I take a break? I really feel that there are those of you who are choosing either between another person or spending more time with yourself, or spending more time with other people, or just spending time in rest and relaxation. There's something more that you want, Virgo, during Mercury's. You'll get it. I feel like during Mercury's retrograde, you're going to have a sense, I mean, it's already in retrograde. You're having some of you all already are having this energy, but there's a sense of wanting something new. I do see newness coming to you. There's change on its way. And for some of you, it's connected to your children, or is connected to your childhood from your past. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and see what this King of Bows or this King of Wands represents here. This fire energy. There are those of you who are, the King of Bows is representing your energy, that nurturing energy, that daring, demanding energy. Pretty much like a manager of a company, or kind of like just someone who's very, just like a teacher status. A leader, someone who is very nurturing, very warm-hearted, okay? Not ill-tempered, just very warm. So for some of you, this is what you all have embodied, and this is what Mercury's retrograde is going to help you to see, that, you know, you don't have to be everything for everyone, right? Some of you all, yeah, I see like strong manifestation here. Some of you all are dealing with a Capricorn, or you're dealing with, some of you all may have, there's something in regards to your Mars or your Mercury in your birth chart that has something to do with this energy during Mercury's retrograde. Check to see what your Mercury is, Virgo. Some of you all have Virgo in your Mercury. But I do see a sense of needing to rid yourselves of any toxic energies. Some of you all can't help but work. You can't help but be someone to take on responsibilities of others. But I feel like you guys are stuck between a choice as to whether to rest and gain your strength back, or to just keep going. Again, others of you are dealing with, could be the father of your children, okay? Yeah, it's a fire sign for sure. If for those of you who are dealing with the fire sign, some of you are definitely dealing with the fire sign. A Leo definitely is here. But Virgo, some of you all have Leo or fire in your chart, but you guys work very hard for what you want. You guys have worked very hard for what you for the life that you have built, and that you want to continue to build. You guys have worked very hard. Could be someone who trained you in this, or someone who helped you along for some of you. Could be a father, your own father or mother. It doesn't just have to be a father. It can be any parental figure, any guardian that helped you along the way growing up. And now you're having to choose some of you may feel that you have to choose between what a parental figure thinks of you, and your work. There may be someone here who is watching you really reap the benefits of your work. And there are others of you who are wondering, you know, if I don't keep up this work, is my dad or my mom or my grandparent or whoever going to be happy with me? You know, can I take a break? You know, will they be mad at me if they take a break, or will they be disappointed in me? For some of you, that could be for a small portion of you. But Virgo, I feel like it doesn't, like whoever this is, if this is a person or not. Yeah, I see we have the 10 of arrows here. It's instruction. So some of you all have been an instructor, you're a teacher. You teach children. You could be a teacher in high school, could be a teacher in middle school, elementary school. You can even be a teacher in college, but there's something here connected to children, your childhood or your own children or your grandchildren, where they've taught you a lot, and it's paying off during, you know, either during Mercury's retrograde or after. But just remember, Virgo, that it's absolutely okay to take a break. You don't have to keep going and going and going. At some point, you have to take a break, just like the seasons. At some point, the hot weather has to cease a little bit. The cold weather has to come around. You know, the seasons have to continue their cycle. Yeah, you guys, we have the Nine of Stones, which represents tradition. So Virgo, there are those of you who are upholding a certain tradition for your children, okay? And it's a very luscious, a very rich tradition, okay? But it's okay. Ooh, okay, for some of you. Okay, some of you all are torn between tradition and laying those traditions to rest. Some of you all have been instructed to live a certain life, and it's a life that you've been trained to believe is going to bring about abundance and clarity and happy, you know, just a healthy lifestyle. But there are those of you who are kind of feeling like, okay, there's some, I don't really, I think I want to uphold this tradition or this instruction, whether it be of ancestors, of parents, you know, it could be just any type of mentality or way of thinking, right? Yeah, some of you all have Leo in your chart with the stag. This represents the strength card. But Virgo, during Mercury's retrograde, there may be something in regards to how you were brought up and how you're bringing up your children. You may not want to bring up your children the way your parents brought you up, or how your grandparents trained you, or how your grandparents trained your parents. Mercury's retrograde is going to pinpoint some ancestral mentalities, and you're choosing between whether you want to uphold that tradition or that belief system or not. That's huge. That's for some of you. But that, you know, for those of you who are dealing with that, that's huge. That's very huge. That's beautiful though. So we're going to go ahead and clarify these two of arrows here, this injustice, or this is considered injustice in this deck, but it's Libra, it's justice energy, or the justice card energy, it's Venus energy. So there is definitely change here. Change that needs to take place. Change that is going to trigger certain thought patterns, certain emotions in you, Virgo, that is going to push you forward towards a different future. A future that you probably never really saw as being a part of who you are, right? So there's definitely there's something here in regards to yeah. So we have the Ten of Vessels and the Seven of Bows. So this is connected to your future. The Ten of Vessels is like the future, right? And the Ten of Vessels, the Ten of Cups in the traditional tarot is a family. It's a father, a mother, and their children, and you know, if you have a pet. We have the Seven of Bows, the Seven of Wands, which represents clearance, and the Ten of Vessels that represents happiness. So there's something here, Virgo, that's connected to your happiness, your future for your children, your future for yourselves, your future for your significant other. And Mercury is going to bring up some things in regards to your traditional lifestyle from your parents or your ancestors, that you're going to have to decide whether you want to purge those ideas and clear them away, or whether you want to continue to embrace them. But Virgo, I feel that you guys are not wanting to uphold these. You're torn between the two, because I feel like there are those of you who embrace tradition, and others but at the same time you're also wanting to embrace something new. This is very beautiful energy, Virgo. Yeah, some of you all are dealing with a fire sign. Some of you all are dealing with a fire sign child, or a child who has grown now, and they may have changed your mentality towards, wow, we have the Ace of Vessels here. So Virgo, yep, bottom of the deck we have the Green Man, which is Aries, father energy, or it could be a masculine deity as well. There could be a father figure who is an Aries, a Leo, or a Sag. They could be a fire sign. There is something here that is attached to your heart space. It's attached to your love for your family. It's attached to love of a certain lifestyle that there's something that you're feeling that you need to clear away in order to have a better understanding of what you truly want. And again, it's attached to children. Wow, this is not where I thought this reading was gonna go, Virgo, at all. Wow, Mercury has something very special in store for you guys, okay? So we have the Four of Arrows here. Like I said, is that rest, that relaxation, restoration of energy. Okay, there could be that there's going to be some rest that you need to take to think on things and to ponder and to reflect on some things, and maybe not completely letting go of tradition, but understanding how to implement tradition in a different way in your life, a healthier way in your lives. Given what's going on around the world right now, the universe is purging all of us, is purging the earth is purging itself, and having to go through this transformation. There are a lot of injustices happening in the world. And Saturn being in retrograde as well, there are a lot of things that we're not going to be able to control because it's time to purge, right? It's time to get rid of certain thought patterns and ideals. Certain traditions are not, just because it's tradition doesn't mean that it's healthy. It doesn't always mean that it's good for us. Sometimes tradition has to evolve, right? Yeah, clearance. You have the Seven of Bows again, the Seven of Wands. So this is definitely you all deciding that, forming your own path in your lives, and not allowing tradition or allowing what your ancestors or what your family or society throughout history has said is so. You're saying, no, what I say is so, what I believe in is what I want to embrace. This is very interesting, Virgo. Some of you all, maybe just on a much more simpler terms, there are those of you all who have children and you're deciding, maybe I want to connect with my children in a different way than how my parents connected with me. I want to discipline my children in a different way than my parents disciplined me, or how my grandparents disciplined me. Okay, there's the Knight of Vessels here, I wanted to pop out. So it's the Knight of Cups, it's the eel. So this is energy. Some of you all could be dealing with a water sign who will bring about this change. It may be a friend of yours that you may have known for a while, or that you're going to meet during Mercury's retrograde. It could be a significant other who is going to really change your perspective on something, and you'll this is for some of you, okay? And they may change your perspective on how things have been done in the past in your lives. Okay, this is beautiful, Virgo. Very beautiful energy. I was not expecting this for you guys. I'm a Virgo. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. I'm not a Virgo sun, but I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, and I can definitely relate to you guys. That's beautiful. So I'm just trying to see if there's any other cards that want to pop out for you guys. I'm doing something a little bit different. I know I've been shuffling on camera. I normally don't do that. But I'm just being led by my spirit guides, and sometimes they want me to give more clarity to you all in your readings, in case you guys need it for Mercury's retrograde, because I know that this can be a tough time for you guys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, guys. This is awesome. So you have the Ten of Arrows again, the Ten of Swords in the traditional tarot. It represents instruction. And then we have the Six of Stones here, the Six of Pentacles. It's exploitation. So there, you guys, You guys are deciding to take responsibility for your lives. You're willing to, you're wanting to take responsibility. For those of you who may suffer from addictions too, and it may be genetic, or some type of mental disorder or mental illness, okay, or mental block or emotional, turmoil. There are those of you who are deciding, you know what, I'm not going to make excuses the way my parents did, or the way my grandparents did, or the way, I have resources that my parents or my grandparents didn't have. I'm not going to like use my children or the younger generation as an excuse as to why I can't do better. I'm going to educate myself and try. This is beautiful energy, Virgo. You guys are deciding, whatever's been going on in my life that I may have been making excuses for, or that my parents may have made excuses for, or my grandparents, or whatever. You guys are deciding, I just want to forge my own path. I want to try to take care of myself, and I want to take care of my children. I want to break this cycle so that, or this family curse or whatever, so that my children and the generations after them won't have these problems. This is, guys, this is huge. I'm sorry that I'm kind of like, I'm not overreacting like this. This is really huge, you guys. Wow. It's just beautiful energy. So, we're almost done, Virgo. I'm sorry. We have the Romance Angel Oracles, which is children. And it says your love life is being affected by children. So again, there are those of you who have children. There are those of you who are dealing with your own childhood, okay? And tradition, and navigating around or within that tradition, and understanding whether you want to uphold a certain tradition or let part of it go and embrace something else and create a different tradition within your family or within your life. We have the Yule Singer. Okay. And it says rebirth, feasting, and joy. So Virgo, there is a certain lifestyle, a certain mentality that you all are wanting to uphold for your family that is new. It's to be celebrated. It's healthy, or healthier, right? There's a brand new chapter beginning, and it may be connected to pregnancy, okay? Some of you all are getting pregnant or are pregnant. Pregnant with children, a child, pregnant with new ideas. There's a pregnancy here. And if you guys are pregnant with an actual child or multiple, you're really thinking about, how do I want to raise my child? How do I want to move forward as a mother or a father? Do I want to raise my child or children the way my parents raised me? Or do I want to raise them in a way that is befitting for them, in order for them to grow and prosper and evolve into beautiful, educated, aware human beings? Okay? That's very beautiful, Virgo. I can't wait to see where this takes you guys. Much love and light to you guys. I love you. And I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Happy retrograde, you guys. All right, bye.